Hello everyone, I made this video because I'm pretty upset with the company which is called Ontario Services. I know they already have so much bad reputation and bad review. Because of that, not many people would choose their services. But still, I will tell my circumstance with this company so that people knows what they need to do for this kind of case. It is not just this company, but a lot of other company does work with this way sometimes. Before I start my story, I will tell you guys my current situation. I still did not solve this problem, and I see the company just try to avoiding talking to my lawyer until the end of November 2019. Apparently, there is a 2-year limit for me to sue them. Since my contract was started at November 2017, I can only sue them before November 2019. That is the main reason why they just be delayed to respond, even though I start to take an action at December 2018. Until now, I could not solve it yet. My lawyer told me they said they will contact him regarding negotiation with us, but they never contact my lawyer for almost 3 months. What I can guess, they are just waiting for the period to end so that I am still under their contract. I will try to proceed this case to go to the court with them after 2 weeks, but before going all the way there, I decide to make this video for other people too. As I talk about this, I will show my text message, calling list, and email that I sent as evidence while I talk about my whole story. Let's begin my story. This story started with the visitation of the agent who knocked my door on November 13, 2017. I still remember what I was doing at that time. I had a 2-year-old son and I tried to put him on a nap, but the knocking sound almost made my son wake up. So I asked him to just leave, but he just persistently telling me that he will come back later. At the end, he actually came back later, and he was introduced himself as an agent who need to check up the furnace area due to the maintenance. His name is Eliza Ezadu, and after he checking the furnace area, he was introducing new equipment. And he also told me that we are eligible for free water filter and a water softener. At the end, we signed for that services, and November 14, they installed the equipment. However, due to my son's sensitive skin, he started to have some rash. That was the reason why I was trying to canceling it at the first time. And Eliza came next day, and he just turned off those equipment and say, we see what happened. Also, he was also suggest us to have more services in Ontario Services. So again, I was dumb enough to ask my parents to sign it again. But at the end, I tried to cancel everything ever since November 15, 2017. I kept calling him for the cancellation on November 17, 2017, but he kept delaying for a visit. I did not understand why he has to visit for cancellation. He said he was coming on November 20, 2017. When he came to my house at that time, I clearly mentioned to him that we did not want any of the services from Ontario Services. The time he came, he said he would cancel it, so he took our contract. I will show the text messages that I sent as my evidence. As you see from the text messages, I persistently asked him for the confirmation for cancellation on November 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of 2017. After November 23rd, 2017, he never replies my text messages, and also, as you see, he was just excusing himself. He did not even tell me the right number for the head office too. On November 25th, 2017, I searched up the head office number at internet and called, but because the company was not working due to weekend, some other teller picked up the phone. I told her I want to cancel my contract, and she answered that she did not have authorization to cancel since she was not worker for Ontario Home Service. She was just a substitute teller at weekend. So I asked her, could you leave the notice to them so that they could know about this cancellation when they working? She told me she would do that and probably Ontario Home Services people would call me back. I left the messages for canceling. However, they never called me back. So I called at November 28, 2017. However, according to the customer service, the message was not delivered to them. At least if the message went through, Humidifier had to cancel since it was within 10 days. Only thing they kept telling me was I supposed to be sent them a notice within 10 days. But because I did not make on time, they could not cancel it. I did not understand how could I make on time if they did not work at weekend, which was still included in cooling period. And they did not even take care of messages or notice properly. I definitely left the messages, but their answer was they never received it. How could I even trust whether they lie about it so that they could just make me stay in contract? At the end of the conversation, because of the cooling off period was over, I had no choice but pay for the rental fee that I did not even use for. This is the story for the part 1. I believe that whoever watched this probably had a similar situation like me. Technically, door-to-door sale is illegal right now. I still think there are some people who suffer from this kind of scam. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to make a video as the situation proceeds. I and my parents rather spend the same amount of the money on a lawyer than paying Ontario Home Services. Hope this series of video will help others who suffer the same situation like us. Thank you.